April, and I'm here on the mat to do yoga. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late. Um, I'm gonna let a couple people join before I get started. Um, Today, I'm gonna do a 30-minute morning yoga flow stretch. Um, Yoga with Cassandra, that's who I'm following today. It should be a good practice with cat and cow, downward facing dogs, mountain pose, sun salutations, forward folds, those types of things. So it should be a good practice. Before I get started, I will do my normal warm up, which is a handstand, a back bend, and a headstand. And I do those just to be intentional about getting my inversions in, getting the blood flowing, improving my circulation, being intentional about that, also being intentional about working on my shoulder strength, balance, core strength. Um, Thank you for that. What else? And, my back mobility and just, keeping my spine limber. I do have a little arthritis. I think that comes with age. At 57, you get a little stiffer, so I try to be intentional about working that stiffness out each and every day. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Pamela. I've been doing yoga since the end of 2020. I am a yoga enthusiast, a yoga practitioner. I'm not a certified yoga instructor, but I do follow certified yoga instructors on YouTube because there are some fabulous yogis that have put wonderful content together and publish it on YouTube for free for us. So I definitely take advantage of it, and I've been learning and growing for the past 4 years. I go live with yoga 6 days a week, in the morning, 6:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, Monday through Friday, and then 6 a.m. on Saturday morning. I am a former fat girl. I used to be twice my size. About 10 years ago, I lost 140 pounds. And after that, like a couple years later, I gained about 43 pounds back, but I've been on this journey to lose it. Last year, I lost 25 between last year and this year, I've lost about 25 pounds of that 43. And I lost it really by making some big changes in my life and choosing to live intentionally. So I set intentions for every day, what I'm going to do for my spirit, what I'm going to do for my mind, what I'm going to do for kind of my whole purpose, whole person, how I'm going to eat and drink and move my body, those type of things, what type of fitness I'm going to have, what I'm going to stay away from. And if you guys want to know about it, it's in my wellness challenge, and I have it pinned on my profile for TikTok, and I have a video also posted on YouTube. I stream live on both. So you can learn about it, but I really have come to the conclusion that if I am intentional about focusing on gratitude and positivity and putting a good word in my mind first thing in the morning, that it's going to help me throughout my day. And if I am intentional about the things that I want to do and or avoid, and I track that and I hold myself accountable every day, I don't have to worry about being perfect every day, but I make progress, and I move closer and closer towards my goal each and every day. So I think I've figured out, how to take care of my mental health, my physical health, my spiritual health, so I can just have this balanced life that is peaceful and pleasant and just good all the way around, so that I can just enjoy life each and every day. So yoga is just one component of my overall wellness. If you follow me on any of these channels, you will see that I live out loud. I post lots of different things that are important to me or mean something to me, or that I do kind of on this overall journey that we're on in life, in hopes that you guys can glean something from it, be motivated by it, can cheer me on, and because when we have goals for ourselves, it's always good to have somebody that's supporting you and cheering you on, and that cheering on or holding accountable keeps you motivated. So I like to be motivated by others, and I like to be a motivation and inspiration to others as well. I do believe that we are far more alike than we are different, and we shouldn't have to go this road alone. So I think sharing is caring. So that's me. But yeah, let's get into this yoga. Again, it's going to be a 30-minute morning yoga flow. There'll be lots of stretches. Cassandra is the yogi there. Cassandra is the yogi that we're going to follow today, and it should be good. But let me go do my warm-up real quick, and then I'll be ready. So hopefully you guys have your mats handy and are going to join me, and we can get this good practice in. All right? Alrighty, that was a little shorter than I normally do. I don't know if you guys know this, but for those of you who have been here, this time last year, I was like completely bald, and I have been intentional about growing my hair. I'm getting my hair braided later today. So I actually blow dried it and curled it a little bit just so I can see, am I getting some length? And I am, a little. I mean, it's still short, but it's growing. And I think I'll be happy when I can get my hair back long. Hopefully this time every once in a while I'm just like, just chop it all off. And I do, but I'm gonna try to grow it pretty long, so wish me luck. Anyway, you guys ready to get started? This is Yoga with Cassandra on YouTube, a 30-minute morning yoga stretch.
Good morning, yogis. Welcome to my channel. My name is Cassandra, and this is going to be a 30-minute morning yoga practice. Great for everyone, all levels, no props required. Let's start lying down on our backs in reclined butterfly pose. One of my favorite poses to do first thing in the morning. Soles of your feet come together and let your knees fall apart. Then you can really bring your arms wherever you'd like. I like to bring them up overhead, just to invite a gentle stretch to the chest and the upper back. And take a few cleansing breaths. Morning practices are a great opportunity to really set the intention for the day ahead. And your intention might be a word, it could be a feeling, an affirmation, a mantra, just something you want to keep in mind as you move through your day. So doing something a little bit different in this reclined butterfly pose, just bring your arms by your sides and see if you can push your feet into the floor, squeeze into your glutes and lift your hips off the floor, just an inch or so, and then exhale to lower it back down. So really working our outer hip. Do that a few more times. Squeeze and lift and lower down. Try to keep your knees open. Inhale, lift. Exhale to release. Last one, inhale, squeeze and lift. And let it go. Now, staying in reclined butterfly, just widen your feet a little bit so that the soles of your feet are no longer touching. You're going to push and lift your hips just like what we've done. And then bring your knees up so that you're in your bridge pose. Open them back up and then lower your hips. So all in one fluid motion. Inhale, hips come up, knees lift up. Exhale, open up the thighs and lower down. Two more like this. Inhale, lift, squeeze the thighs together. Exhale, open and lower. Working that outer glutes. Inhale, up, squeeze in, open the legs and lower down. Great job. Pull your knees in towards your belly. And we're just going to rock up into a seat. Keep your right leg out in front of you. Then bring your left foot towards the inside of that right thigh. Just a really easy passive forward fold, especially first thing in the morning. If you're a little bit sore, stiff, or tight, you might not be folding as far as you're expecting yourself to. So rather than pushing and pulling, I like to turn my palms to face up. And just let your spine round naturally. So gravity is mainly doing the work for you here. Soften even through your jaw, through your neck, the space between your shoulder blades. And you can push your hands into the floor to roll back up inch by inch. Let's bring that left knee in into a little twist. Cross your left foot over the top of your thigh. And you can hold onto your left thigh with your right hand. Left arm reaches behind you. This is my cat, Kit Kat. Come all the way back through the center and we'll go to the other side. So left leg out in front of you. Bring your right foot in towards the inner thigh and go ahead and fold on down. I don't know about you, but my cats love when I take my yoga mat out. Take a few more breaths here, just folding forward. Letting yourself naturally round and relax. Inviting those hamstrings, stretch out. And let's start to push the hands into the floor, come all the way back in. Bring your right knee up with you. And go ahead and cross your right foot over the top of your left thigh. hug onto that leg, right hand goes back behind you, open up nice and wide. So you're trying to squeeze your thigh in while lengthening out your spine so there's no rounding or contracting. And let's come all the way back through to center. Cross at your ankles, tabletop pose on hands and knees. Palms under your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, just cat and cow, nice and simple. As you inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, curl tailbone up. Exhale to reverse, around, and drop your head. A few more, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And try to feel this through your upper back as well as your lower back. And we'll release. Okay, so lift up onto your shins. For me, I'm just going to turn towards the camera. It'll be easier for you guys to see what I'm doing here, but you can stay facing exactly as you are. And you're going to bring your right leg out to the side. Keep your toes pointing forward, everything in line with your hips. Into our side bend, left arm up, and reach it up and over, gate pose. Big side body stretch. And go ahead and counter that stretch as you bring your left hand down to the floor. Reach your right arm all the way up and over. Extend your right arm all the way up towards the sky. Lean onto your left leg and left hand and see if you can squeeze and lift your right foot off the floor. So a little bit more of a balancing act here. One more big breath. And then bring that right foot down. Now use abdominal strength to come all the way up towards the sky. We're going to work on abs a little bit more from this pose. Bring both hands behind your head and see if you can start to tilt down. And then inhale, lift all the way back up. And you should feel the right obliques really work here. 3 more. Exhale, dip down. Inhale, lifts you back up. 2 more. Last one. All the way up, great job. Bring that right knee back in, and you can interlace your fingers behind your lower back here. Just a little back bend as you open up. And we'll release. Let's go to the other side. So this time, step your other leg out, left foot out, left hand down the thigh. Inhale, rise, side bend, big side body stretch. Minimize the tension from your jaw, your neck, your shoulders. Come all the way out, counter pose. So going and doing that stretch on the other side. See if you can lengthen your fingers away from your foot. And now bring that arm straight up towards the sky. Lean a little bit more weight on your palm so that you can squeeze and extend, kicking through that heel, engaging your glutes and your outer hip. Bring that left foot back down. Now really feel your abdominals contract and engage to pull you up. And we're going to interlace our hands behind the head. Exhale to dip down as low as you can go. Inhale, squeeze, pull yourself back up. 3 more. Exhale. And inhale. Last one here. Lower down. Inhale, pull back up. Bring that knee in, interlace your fingers the more unusual way, other thumb on top. And release. Let's find our first downward facing dog. Hands shoulder width distance apart, feet are hip width distance apart. Tuck your toes under and lift your hips up and back. So downward dog, go ahead and make any movements here that feel good to stretch out the backs of your legs, to lengthen out through your spine, pressing firmly to your fingertips and into your knuckles. And just start to walk your feet forward to the top of the mat. finding a ragdoll fold, so your knees could definitely be bent here. Maybe shaking out the head, no tension in your neck, even in your jaw. And release your hands down to the floor, bend your knees generously and roll all the way up to stand, inch by inch. Mountain pose, roll your shoulders down, palms shining forward. We'll just take some half sun salutations. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold. You can definitely bend your knees here if you need to. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold once more. Push into your feet, root to rise. Inhale. Exhale, hands at the heart. One more just like this. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Hinge from your hips. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, soften down. Press into your feet, reverse that swan dive. Hands at your hearts. Let's take sun salutation B into your chair pose. Bend your knees, reach your arms up. Inhale. Exhale, fold and release. Halfway lift, flat back, really lengthen out. Before you exhale and fold, step back, downward facing dog. Reach your right leg up towards the sky. Inhale. And then step it through, warrior one. Right foot in between your palms, back foot at a 45-degree angle or so. Press and lift up. And we're going to stay here for a few breaths. Really focus on bending into that front knee, drawing the lower belly in, lifting up through your spine while pushing the front ribs down so you're not overextending through your chest. Stretch out and sink your hips a little bit more. Everything facing forward. Exhale, hands come down. Find your plank pose. Inhale. Lower. Exhale. Inhale, roll your shoulders back. Cobra. Exhale. Lower. Downward facing dog. This time, left leg rises. Stretch it up. Find warrior one on the other side. Left foot forward. Back heel presses down, 45-degree angle. Reach long through your arms. Really feel that energy. Go all the way to your fingertips. Draw those front ribs in. Pull the lower belly in. And let's release. Hands to the floor. Taking your vinyasa again. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Let's go all the way down again. Cobra, press and lift up. Exhale, release, downward facing dog. Push as you curl tailbone up to the sky. And we're gonna step our feet forward to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale to fold. Chair pose, bend your knees, lift up. And let's press to stand, hands at your heart. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant your palms, downward facing dog. Take a moment to stretch out in this down dog. And this time, let's reach our left leg up first. And go ahead and bend your left knee and open up your hip this time. Squeeze into the glutes. And we go back to warrior one. Left foot forward. Right heel presses down. Push your feet into the floor as you lift on up. If you'd like to go a little bit further this time, you can add a little back bend, hands together, looking up to the sky. Think of stretching up a little more. And bring your hands down to the floor. Full vinyasa this time. So inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga, halfway. Upward facing dog. Roll your shoulders back. Downward facing dog. Reach your right leg up to the sky. Bend your right knee, open up your hip. Squeeze. Find your warrior one. Right foot in between the hands. Left heel down. Push before lifting up. And maybe you add that little back bend with your palms together, keeping that generous bend in your front knee. Vinyasa, circle the palms down, plank to chaturanga, to upward dog, downward facing dog. And we'll step or hop to make your way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift once you're there, roll your shoulders back. Exhale to fold. Chair pose, bend your knees, drop your hips, reach your arms up, and press this down. Hands at your heart. Let's open up to the side into our goddess pose. So heels in, toes out at about a 45-degree angle. Reach your arms up and wide into that V shape, and then exhale, bend, and dip it down. So you want to feel your glutes engage so that you're pressing your knees open a little bit wider and also squeezing your shoulder blades behind you. See if you can squat down a little bit more. Bring your hands to your thighs and go ahead and drop one shoulder down. Roll the other one back. A really nice twist here. Switching sides. The other shoulder drops down. A little bit of a spinal twist. And coming back through to center, we'll do a skandasana. So start to bend a little more towards the back of your mat as you straighten that opposite leg. And you might stay up pretty high, or you might be able to bring your hands down to the floor and just see how low you can go here. And if you're pretty low towards the mat, see if you can bring that back heel down on the mat and lift and curl those other toes. We're gonna go up to the other side. So again, you can stay up nice and high here if you'd like, or you might be squatting down a little bit lower and curling those toes up. Once more on each side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, squeeze and lift. And bring it in. And go all the way up. You're going to turn the feet in so they're parallel towards the shoulder edges of your mat. Wide-legged forward fold. Try to let go of any tension in your neck and your shoulders. And reach your hands out in front of you, flat back. Hands on your waist, push your feet into the floor, come all the way up, and let's step to the top of the mat. Working on balance a little bit more. Feet are hip width distance apart, bring your hands to the front of your heart. Lean on your right leg and lift your left knee up. Squeeze it up as high as it can go and start to find your warrior three as you kick that left leg back. Balancing on the right. So you want to feel that left hip drop down. Roll your shoulders away from the floor so you're not rounding through your upper back. Find high lunge from here. So right knee bends, lightly step. Left toes back. Inhale. Arms reach up to the sky. See if you can bend a little bit more into that front knee. And just bring your fingertips down towards the floor here. Back knee comes down to the mat. And this is option one, just hanging out in your low lunge, or you're welcome to add a quad stretch. Right hand stretches to the back of the mat, pulling your left heel in towards you. Five breaths wherever you are. If you are in that quad stretch, you need to be really mindful of how you come out of it. So no slingshot action, just carefully let that foot come back down to the mat. Facing forward from this low lunge, let's all straighten that front leg and fold. You're welcome to just stay up here, or I find it a little bit easier to let my hips sit on that back heel. And drop forehead towards your shin. come out, bend into your front knee once more, downward facing dog. You're welcome to hang out here, or we're gonna take our flow, inhale into plank pose, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward dog. Make your way to the top of the mat, lift your heels, bend your knees, step or hop forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Press stand. Hands at your heart. And we'll set up for the second side. So this time go ahead and lean on your left leg and pull your right knee in up towards your belly as high up as you can get it. When you feel stable, you can ease into that warrior three pose by extending the right leg back. Feel that right hip rotate down so the front of your thigh, your shin, and your toes are pointing to the floor. We'll come into our high lunge, carefully bending that front knee so you can place back ball of the foot down, arms extending up. See if you can lift out of your low back a little bit more here. And we'll draw the fingertips down to the mat, low lunge. So back knee comes down to the floor, maybe holding here, or reaching back, pulling the heel in towards your glutes for your quad stretch. A little bit of a twist here as well through the upper body. And very carefully release the hold of that foot, and we'll move into our hamstring stretch. So half splits, maybe staying up nice and high, or maybe sitting on your back heel and folding down this way. Notice if there's any clenching or tension through your upper body. Try to let go of it. And we'll come into our last vinyasa, so start to bend into that front leg again. Palms down, downward facing dog. You're welcome to skip this or inhale, plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward dog. And from this downward dog, let's bring our knees to the floor. Take a puppy stretch. Walk your hands forward and melt. So your hips stay high. Just stretching through your shoulders, your arms, your upper back. Let's ripple forward, Sphinx pose, onto your belly. Opening through your chest, rolling those shoulders back. And as you release down, we're going to interlace our fingers behind our lower back, lifting up into locust. So start by lifting your upper body off the mat and see if you can lift your knuckles off of your tailbone. And then maybe you can also lift your legs up. Back of the neck stays long. Focus on length as opposed to height. And release, child's pose. Big toes together, knees as wide as you would like them to be. Taking a good 5 slow, steady breaths right here. Let's come out of this one. Walk your hands in. We're just going to take a butterfly fold. So we did quite a few butterflies and some of that outer hip work at the beginning of class. And now we're going to make this a little bit more passive in nature. So soles of the feet together, knees apart, and you decide how close you bring the heels in towards you. And we're just going to fold on down. So you can make this a little bit more active by lengthening out of your low back and maintaining a flat back as you fold, or you can make this more of like a yin yoga pose without using any grip and just letting yourself naturally round. So whether you're doing the active one or the passive one, try to just come back to the flow of your breath, in and out through your nose. This is your time to set the intention for the day ahead. Coming all the way out. Let's straighten our legs out in front of us. Lower all the way down to your back. And you can pull your right knee in towards your belly. We'll carry it over into a twist. Right knee crosses over your body towards the left, stacking one hip over the other. Right arm extends out to the side. Try to encourage your right shoulder blade to stay grounded. Slowing down your breath. Come back through to center, reclined pigeon pose. Cross your right ankle over the top of your left knee before pulling that thigh in. Try to keep your head and shoulders on the floor. Release. Both feet can come flat to the mat. Roll your shoulders down and away from your ears. Push up, bridge pose. Keep your knees directly stacked over your ankles. And soften down with control. Second side. So this time pull your left knee in towards you and carry it over into a twist. So you're trying to stack your left hip directly over your right one. Left arm extends out. Minimize the amount of effort required here. Come back through to center, reclined pigeon pose. Left ankle over your right knee. Pull it in. Last little squeeze here. And release. Last time into your bridge pose, feet flat to the floor. Push and lift. So really make this about lower body strength. Your shoulders and neck do not need to be tense here in order for your hips to lift up even higher. And squeeze it down. And we'll make our way into Shavasana, our final resting pose. So sometimes in the morning, if you're worried you're going to fall back asleep, you can just sit up and do a seated meditation instead. Otherwise, you can straighten out your legs, palms facing up towards the sky. And giving yourself a few minutes to really process your practice this morning, to feel the effects from head to toe. and to anchor and set your intention for the day. Whether that's one word, a feeling, or an affirmation. But how do you want to feel today? How do you want to move through the rest of your day? Begin to breathe a little bit deeper so that you can move fingers and toes, maybe stretch out really long. Waking up, roll to one side, push your hands into the floor to come up and take a seat. And as you sit up tall, you can join your hands together at the front of your heart, taking a moment to really thank yourself for this time that you carved out of your morning, putting yourself and your well-being first. And we'll set our affirmation with a chant of Om one time. Inhale to chant, big breath in. Namaste. Thank you so much, yogis. Please let me know what your affirmation or your intention for the day is by leaving me a comment below. And I would love for you to practice morning yoga on a regular basis. You can click this link to join my free 30-day morning yoga.
All right. That was good. I don't know if you guys have noticed, so with Cassandra, she likes to do a chant of Om at the end, and I never do it. I always use that time at the end of my practice just to thank God for waking me up this morning, for motivating me to do something good for my body and just to help me along my way. So that's just me. I'm not sure what Om Om does, so that's my own little ritual that I do on the mat each day. Anyway, it was a good practice. My body is feeling good. You know, sometimes you do those stretching poses. You didn't realize you needed to stretch. My hips are tight, so when I was doing those seated pigeon, pigeon, that's what it is. I was like, ooh, my hips are tight. I needed this for sure. So I am just always appreciative of the time on the mat, the practice. It just always does something good for my body. It clears my mind because I'm just kind of focusing on the breathing so I don't take anything with me into my practice, and I'm just able to thoroughly enjoy it. I hope you did as well. Well, that's all for today. I will be back again tomorrow. I hope you will as well. Until tomorrow, be blessed. Have a wonderful day. Take care. See you later.